This is going to be such a specific nerdy thing, but basically I track my mood every single day of my life. I started this when I was about 10 and I have done it every year since, so I have about 2 decades worth of data, and I found it useful in sort of my teenage years. I had really rocky teenage years and I found it really helpful because I often felt like my life was a bit rubbish and I was miserable a lot of the time, but then I found actually if I put my mood in each day, the overview wasn't as bad as I often felt. So I have a bunch of different categories. I'll show you. So I call it my year in pixels. I have pink is elite, best day ever, couldn't really think of much to improve this day. Yellow is super happy. Light blue is content, so like everything is good, you know, not super happy, not super sad, I'm just content. Dark blue is on the sad side, but with no particular reason. I'm just sad and I don't know why. Purple is circumstantially upset, so something has happened in my life that has made me upset. Green is a bad brain day. This is what I used to call sort of mental health bad brain days. I actually haven't had, for the first time ever, a single bad brain day. These ones here are not supposed to be green. That's a huge milestone for me this year. Grey is sick, as in I can't even comment on my mood because I'm just so sick. Obviously a lot of grey this year, which is sad to see, but the thing that I then find really interesting is then at the end of the year I go through and tot up my totals, so to speak, and I have a little look-see and I create my mood data. As you can see, math is not my strongest point, but best day ever, I had 23 of them. I won't go through all of them, you can screenshot it if you really care, but I worked out the percentage of how much like I spent in each day, if that makes sense. This side are the positive emotions, this side are the more negative emotions. And from that, I can see that even though I feel like this year has been quite a stressful year, you know, I've been really growing the business and it's been hard and I've had a lot of time very, very unwell. But overall, 76.6% of my year has either been best day ever, super, super happy, or like content, good. And then 22.8% has been more of the negative emotions. But of that 22.8%, 2.5% of it is circumstantially upset. So like, you know, things that have just happened beyond my control made me upset. Bound to happen in life. To be honest, 2.5% is pretty good. 6.3% is sad and I don't know why. But then 14% is just sick. I broke my foot this year and it has wiped me for like 3 months. Just so fascinating for me to see, because when I say there were years in my early 20s where it was like a lot worse than that. But yeah, that's just a small insight into some of the things I track each year. Let me know if this is completely boring or if you'd be interested in anything else.